Hi, my name is Lucien Vattel. I'm the CEO of GameDesk and the founder of the Playmaker School. A lot of my work has focused on the idea around experiential learning, and that experiential learning is one of the most profound ways in which one can learn. It's based on the idea that we go through life, and fundamentally our lives are filled with a consistent series of interactions with content, with aspects of our lives, with other people. And for most people, they live highly engaged lives. And the question is, how can schooling and how can formal education be highly experiential, be highly engaging, be highly interactive? And so we do that through a variety of methods, through game-based learning, through simulations, through what we call open sandboxing, which aren't really like games, they're just open environments that you can explore. Design thinking, which is an area where you create and build your own world, your own programs, your own apps, and through doing so you begin to understand the math, the programming, the English language arts behind what you're building, what you're designing. And so we've engaged with that through launching our own school, designing games, training teachers, and helping culture. And as I've done that work now for about 6 years, I've come to the conclusion, after seeing many schools in practice and a variety of different approaches and around the world, I've come to the conclusion that one of the biggest barriers for kids and their learning is not a matter of the mind, it's a matter of the heart. And for that reason, I see a huge hole in today's curriculum. I think that we need to be looking at the whole person. We need a full spectrum education that addresses all the knowledge, skills, and abilities that schools don't address, like compassionate communication, empathy, tolerance, perspective taking, systems thinking, long-term thinking, collaboration skills, entrepreneurial skills, the things that in today's society really matter. And if you look at all of the crisis points in this country and around the world, but specifically if we just look at this country, we have a health crisis, we have political crisis, we have socio-emotional crisis. There's an incredible hole in the kids' ability to be able to build their socio-emotional skills. And when all we need to do is simply look at all of the areas that we actually need improvement as a society, and we need to therefore build processes, build curriculum, build teaching practice that helps get to those core elements. And when I look back at my own schooling, I often say that for every time that a teacher educates the mind, they run risk of traumatizing the heart, because our teachers are not trained in helping the whole person. And so I ask you, how many, even when it works, how many well-educated, miserable people do you know? How many well-educated, unfulfilled people do you know? This is a really important question for us to ask ourselves. And then one may ask, what is it that we need to be able to present to our youth that would create a vehicle that would allow them to have that level of fulfillment? So I think this is the question for America at large and the American education system. And I think that we need to be empowering our teachers to support the whole person.